Yeah, Michelle Rasmussen from Executive Intelligence Review from Washington. It's become more and more clear when you speak about the need to regulate the financial sector and learn from the problems before, that the policy of austerity and bank bailouts is not working. And there have been increasing calls for a Glass-Steagall bank division policy where the governments would not have to guarantee the speculative debt, but that would be isolated in investment banking, including the former finance minister of Italy, Tremonti, and now the leading socialist candidate in France, Hollande, is talking about bank separation. So will you be discussing something that could actually solve the crisis as a kind of bank separation policy? And then the second question is, what is it that you have decided about the derivatives?
Well, I may be misinformed, but I don't think that we have a proposal on the table concerning bank separations. I think in some countries they are considering it by their own means, but we don't have that on the table. And as I know, European decision-making mechanisms, I don't think that we could produce a proposal, or the Commission could produce a proposal and pass it within our presidency. I think it's one of the discussions that will keep evolving over the coming months. I don't think that will be sort of the silver bullet into the crisis solution. Basically, I think that a number of things have to be done in order to solve both the sovereign debt crisis, but also to make sure that we have the proper regulation after the financial crisis 2008. On the question of derivatives, what was one of the problems was that a lot of derivatives was traded over the counter. And the idea of the directive is to make sure that you have kind of clearing houses or clearing partners, because a lot of the derivatives, they're not sort of traded. The trade is not just ended like that. It may take a long time before that happens. So the point is to have a clearing house making sure that everyone knows who is the buyer and who is the seller, and can they actually buy the product that they say they're going to buy. That's the basic idea. And the last thing that we were discussing was these clearing houses called CCPs in Euro lingo, EU lingo. How should they be regulated? How can we make sure that they are sort of in the right, have the right muscle to do what they're supposed to do? Who should pay attention to what they are doing? And we've been discussing that, the role of ESMA, the European authority on that, and the college sort of supervising the entire operation, and the voting rules in that. Because I think, you know, as in a lot of events, while you solve bigger problems, small problems grow up and become the big problems as well. And in the end, what we were discussing was exactly the voting rules of the colleges in concerning whether to approve or not that a CCP can operate in a country.